Hey guys, Let's Brighten the Day here. I know I haven't really been making any videos soon, recently. Very sorry about that. I've been kind of busy with school and work and, just life in general. And I should be making a few videos soon, and I'm starting with one right now. This video is for a guy named Steven, and these emails go back and forth, guys, as you know they always do. And here's what his first email says. It says, "Hey, thank you so much for responding. My parents fight every night, most times about me and how much of a burden I am, and how many bad traits they think I get from them. I told them that I feel like it's constantly my fault they argue, but they just agree and continue to fight. My parents are now considering divorce because of all the fights I cause. My family is crumbling apart and I don't know what to do. Help, please." Let me see his second email real fast. Oh, okay. So, alright. Well, Steven, let me get to the point about something to you, okay? And this goes for everybody who's listening. I want you guys to all listen really carefully. It's not necessarily that you're the cause of their fights. Just for being who you are. Sometimes when people don't know how to deal with the situation the right way, or when they're frustrated with the situation, they kind of want to pin their anger. They want to pin their anger and their frustration on the easiest thing they can. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, when I was younger and I used to do bad in my studies in school, I used to pin the blame on just anything. Whether it was I was tired or, I just didn't have the lack to do school, I was just down or I was just upset about things and that's why I'm not doing good in school. I kind of used it as cop-outs, you know what I'm saying? And that could be what your parents are doing. They could just be trying to pin their faults and their anger on anything, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to advise you to do something that could possibly help you out. Instead of them always fighting or arguing, if you know what they're going to be, I'm sorry to say this with all due respect, if they're going to be immature and they're just not going to be able to reason amongst themselves, maybe sometimes you got to be that brighter eye to come in and be that, neutral party and say, hey guys, look, you guys fighting back and forth is not going to do anything. So why don't we just all sit down and talk about this and try to figure out where their problems are really coming from, Maybe they're both aggravated at each other and they fight about you and other things because of their aggravation towards each other. You never know what it could be. Unless you take the time to sit down and, talk to them. Now, Steven, don't be hard on yourself about it, man. Because with all due respect, it just sounds like your parents are being a little immature right now. They're just sitting there arguing about you, making you feel bad, and trying to pick out which bad traits you get from them. That's not something a parent should be doing. It's very degrading and it's very immature of them to do that, so don't think it's your fault. You are who you are and you were born the way you were, and that's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? We all have genetics in us. We all have our parents' genes that make us the way we are. We all have great qualities about us, and we all have our flaws. That's just life, that's normal. Nobody's perfect. But at the same time, a parent should not sit in there trying to point out the bad qualities you have. I wouldn't even worry about it. Because, to be honest, they both sound pretty immature. And I'm proud of you because you don't sound immature. So it's at least one bad quality you didn't get from them. So don't even worry about it, man. I really wouldn't even pay attention if they're going to sit there and say that stuff. Because that's just ignorant, and they sound like they're lashing out at each other and just putting you in the middle. And you should just talk to them about it and see what happens. Sometimes the child is the reason that the parents can stay together, because you being the neutral party can brighten their eyes and show them, that there still is some good with this marriage, and you can really help them both work on things. When two people are clashing, sometimes they really can't understand each other's points, and that's why if a neutral party comes in, who's kind of willing to reason and talk with them and have them talk it out, they could conclude to a better answer with much more ease. So you could definitely help them do that. And if they do happen to get divorced, hey man, it's not your fault. Like I said, they're sitting there being immature, trying to figure out which bad qualities you get from them and just putting you in the middle when you have nothing to do with it, and when you don't sound like a bad kid at all. Actually sound like a really nice kid. From the emails you and I sent back and forth, you sound very polite, and you sound like an all-around really cool, friendly kid. So be proud of yourself, man. I don't really see anything wrong with you or your personality or anything. They just don't like they're choosing to be a little immature, and that's fine. They can do so. That will be their own downfall, and not your fault. So just talk to them, see what you can do, be that neutral party, see if you can work on something with them, and if you guys can just be a happy family, because it is possible. It is very possible. All you must do is just be calm, be cool, have a nice calm mindset, and just be the neutral party and work on things with them. And always remember, there's nothing wrong with you. You're an absolutely a fine kid, and just see where you can get with them, because I know that sometimes people just need somebody to come in and guide them and say, hey, look, you two need to calm down, let's just talk this out. That's all you gotta do, you know what I mean? I've seen it with many people, with friends or my own family members. Just need somebody to come in there and calm it down and talk it out. But yeah, man, best of luck. Let me know how everything turns out, and I hope I helped. Thank you everybody for listening, and God bless you all.